In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
Hey y'all, how are you? Sorry, did I start it and then leave? No, I was gonna start it and then I left. Okay. Sorry guys. How are you all today? I know all of you are from earlier. I can tell. 11, 12. Oh my, oh, 2 o'clock. Oh, hi, Jenny G. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Hi, Autumn. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Aquarius. Hi, Shakira. Oh my God. I am so sorry, everyone. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. So, yesterday I was supposed to be out with Richard. He was going to get some blood work done, but there were thunderstorms and lightning. Lightning. What's a song with thunderstorms? It doesn't really matter. There's a lot of thunderstorms. There were a lot of lightning. And the thunderstorms were so bad that it shook you to your core. Like the thunderstorms were so bad, I thought God was counting my sins. Like the thunderstorms were so bad, I thought I was going to meet my maker. Because it bing, bang, boomed. It was so bad. The lightning. Oh, by the way, I noticed here, I don't think I've ever noticed before. Lightning comes first and then thunderstorm. Lightning's the precursor. They don't come together. Does anybody know anything about like weather science? They don't they don't come together. It's lightning first, and then it's boom, boom, boom. And so I was scared out my ass. And then you really couldn't sleep, but something about the electricity and the lightning, I kept passing out. So you pass out only to have it come back again to shake you, and then you pass out again. Does anybody ever go through that with lightning, who lives in lightning territory? Anywho, it was bad all night, the night before. And so when I woke up, Richard had always planned to go to get blood work done. So I said I would join you. But the rain that followed, oh my God, the rain was so bad. So we couldn't go yesterday. So today I wasn't planning on going with him because my opportunity with him was yesterday. So then he said, as I was just about to open up and do my job, he says, do you want to go with me? And I was like, yeah, I do. And so when I go with Richard out in the street, I people think Richard is my sugar daddy. They all look at me like, one woman even called me his sugar daddy today, and Richard just loves it. Gay as Richard is, he loves that people think we are together. It's the funniest shit ever. So I just go along with it. I really don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. They want to think I'm a prostitute fucking over a gay white man, but they don't know he's gay, right? A gay white man, I think what you want. But white people look at me like kind of like, and black people look at me like Puerto Ricans. They really look at me because, they're good at that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying you, Puerto Ricans. I'm saying Caribbean. Caribbean Puerto Ricans will find them a white man in a minute. Tell me I'm lying. Go ahead, I dare you. See, one thing about me, I will talk about everybody. I will. Because I'm not lying. I didn't say all Puerto Ricans. I said Puerto Ricans. Oh, maybe not Puerto Ricans. Actually. You know what? It's not Puerto Ricans. It's Dominicans. Talking about Dominicans, it's Dominicans. They like themselves a nice sugar daddy, and they will get it, and they will sex up that sugar daddy. They will throw it down. All right. Talking about Dominican, Cardi B's album came out. My mama said, if you don't have nothing nice to say, shut your fucking mouth. Cardi B's album's coming out today. I don't need to say nothing. I'm going to check the cards to see if it will be successful. Now, my cards have been wrong on Cardi B before. One thing I'll never do, I'll never lie. When she did that stupid one, who was it with? Make the Stallion and Kylie Jenner. How the fuck did she wind up in a video, you dumbass? Um, I thought it was going to be unsuccessful, but it was successful. But she was doing a lot of black magic on that, so it doesn't really matter. Probably Kylie was doing her own little witchy poo on it too. Those people know magic too. They're not white. They're Castadian, Casmanian. I don't know what they are. The Jenner people, but they do magic. But now magic doesn't work the way it used to. I actually don't know what magic is being used for right now because it doesn't work the way it used to. So I'm trying to figure out the formula for it to work. I guess you got to be a good-hearted person, not Cardi B. I guess you have to not throw things at people like a mic and a pen, not Cardi B. I guess you would have to not curse people out just because you are who you are, not Cardi B. So maybe that's why magic is not working. But I'm not going to say it's not working because I have definitely, my cards did not read energy well with Cardi. And the last thing that she did, which was like 6 years ago, didn't work. My cards didn't show me the accuracy of what I wanted to see. But what I did hear is, I don't know if I have it on video, but I heard that Cardi B's record label said she better make some money. That's what I heard. So I wonder how you make money when everybody in the federal government is being fired. I wonder how your music makes a difference. When okay, am I the angry one? I wonder how you make money when everybody else is going broke. I wonder how we're supposed to spend $10 on your court version cover CD. How does that benefit me? How does your music get me through this time of my life? Please tell me, Cardi B. Please. Oh, I'm so glad when your album came out, it was the worst financial time of my life, but it got me through. Am I the angry one? Like, is it just me? Does anybody am I alone? Oh my God. I must be alone. Sorry, I didn't put the comments up. I must be alone. And Mexico said, fuck nomads. They don't want no nomads there. Oh my God. I am so glad. Let me tell you something. I was actually supposed to be in Mexico before I moved to St. Croix, but I forgot. You know how good God is when God makes you forget you had promised yourself you would go to Mexico? By the way, I got roots in Mexico. I got roots in Mexico via the Caribbean side from the Taino Indians. That's how my bloodline wound up in Mexico. See? The computer knows. So I've got like Michoacan, like so many places because they emigrated all the way to Baja California, but they came from this direction. I didn't even know I had a California connection, so it makes sense why I landed in California because there is a Baja California connection, which is still Mexico. Anywho, Mexico said, get the fuck out, nomads. They're really talking to white people, but Mexico has beat up a few black people. If you're not on a cruise ship, which is probably the only way I would travel to Mexico right now, you really shouldn't be in Mexico living. And you dumb bastards, y'all want to, I said it, y'all want to live in Mexico and not pay taxes. That's the newest thing I found. Y'all don't want to pay taxes, but on one side of the Gulf of America, is that it? On the one side of the Gulf of America, y'all are called expats. But if the Mexicans come over to California or Texas, y'all are called illegal immigrants. Y'all are illegal Americans. And pay your taxes. However, don't pay your taxes because they're just going to kick you the fuck out. They hate y'all. Dead ass. Did you know that there was some crazy woman? This is the biggest news in Mexico. I'm sorry. I know I'm talking to myself for a while, but I've been waiting to come on. I've been hanging out with Richard, and then we had to go eat donuts. Enough already. Good cup of coffee, though. Oh, God, I had a good cup of coffee. Ooh. So I haven't gone to the place I normally get coffee from because I had the car accident. I'm a little embarrassed. But today I went there for the first time, and they all kind of like, hey. And I was like, hey, because of my car accident. Anywho, um, Richard drove me to the place, so I didn't go there by myself. Not that I was scared or anything. It's just my car's still not registered. I do have a new driver's license. I got a Virgin Islands driver's license now, but I only got the Virgin Islands driver's license because my sister is gone. My sister is no longer here. So I don't need ties to California anymore. I refuse to give up. My license expired on my birthday, the 8th. My sister died 7 days later. No need for California driver's license anymore. So I got a Virgin Islands driver's license, and it's a beautiful picture. They take great pictures over here. They know how to take pictures of black people. I'm just being racist. Don't listen to me, but it's a nice picture. Anywho, so I got my driver's license. I got my insurance. And the last thing I need to get is my registration. And the funny thing is, everybody keeps asking me, when am I going to get it? When I get it. I don't understand why that's such an important question for everyone. When are you going to get your car registered? When I do. It hasn't been registered in over a year. When I get it, when it, I don't know. You don't want to be my friend. I'm not like the best responsible person. That's why I can't hold a 9 to 5. Y'all see me. I put the schedule for 1. I don't show up till 2. I did that at work. Tracy, work starts at 9. Oh, 9? Huh. Is that a problem for you? No. I believe in coming in on time, a half an hour early, 10:30. Tracy, why are you late? Does it matter? I walked in with a cup of coffee, sometimes with my leftover, because once I'm late, you're late, right? So then I'll just eat breakfast at IHOP, and I'll walk in with my bag to finish it at lunch. Did you go to IHOP? No. Clearly, it says IHOP on the coffee. Did you go to IHOP? No. No. Are you accusing me of going to IHOP as I'm putting the coffee down on my table? Did the meeting start? No, it ended. Oh, damn. I was hoping to go to that meeting. Okay, you're fired. Oh, I got to go back to IHOP because when I'm depressed, I eat. This is my life. I've done this all my life, 63 years old. That's why I had to work for myself. I'm terrible at being an employee. All right, let me say hello to everybody. Let me go past 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Hi, Jenny G. Hi, Autumn. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Aquarius. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. Hi, Shakira. Good afternoon, L. William. Hi, Georgia Beach. I thought God was counting my sin. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, okay, heaven, I'm coming. I'm done. I was going to be joining my sister. That's how low the thunder. Blah, 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 blah. It was bad. I should have recorded it. Oh, laugh out loud, Richard. Oh, Richard is a lot. Popcorn banner, banner. Oh, okay, I'll put the banner on. Tracy, when you said in one of your lives being nice sometimes is not about you, it could be you allowing someone in to take advantage of you. Very powerful statement. I don't know when I said that. What did I say? When you said in one of your lives, being nice sometimes it's not about you. Oh, not about you or me. You. It could be you allowing someone in to take advantage of you. I I think I know what you mean. But is this an example? Now, I was watching something the other day. Okay, I was watching I have a I think I saved the video. I was watching a video where women, they're at the end of the date, and the woman slips the guy money and then pulls her hand back. And the guy, it was really funny how they all did the same thing. They all flicked the money back to the girl. I thought that was weird. Like, is that a universal thing to flip the money back? Doesn't matter to me. So I was watching that. I don't know if this is what you mean. I don't even know what I said. Tell me which video. And then I did that to someone. They were taking me to the movies, the bum that I was dating. They were taking me to the movies, and then I said, let me give you 10. And he took it. And he took it. And he didn't know I was measuring him. He had no idea I was measuring him. And I said, damn, he took the money. I said, okay, maybe he was really broke. So I did it again. At another time, it wasn't the movies, it was dinner. And he took it again. And I said, okay, maybe. No, after that, I was like, fuck that. That nigga showed me who he was. And that's why we're not together today. Not the only reason, but sometimes, I don't know if this is what you mean, but sometimes, let me see, the one you like to be being nice sometimes is about you. It could be you allowing someone to take advantage. Yeah, I think this is like a good example where I let someone consciously let someone take my hard-earned money, and we're on a date, and you chose to actually take it. I'm testing you. I'm testing you. Yeah. Anywho. Oh, they're Armenian. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Magic is not working. It's so odd. It's so odd. But is magic not working because of, maybe if kindness isn't showing up enough, how can magic work anymore? I think maybe that's what I'm saying. Magic's not working because, I don't know. Hi, Hi, Miriam. What? Aquarius? What did I say? You always keep it 100. Yes. Hi, Sissy. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Growth. Hi, you're back. Hey, girl, you look amazing. I do try. I do try. Thank you. Enoch, good day, Miss Tracy and lovely chat. Good day, sweetie. Hi, Vivica. How you doing? You're a beauty too, Vivica. All right, listen to me. Listen to me. So, let's talk about Mexico. So, Mexico said, so you guys don't understand a reference to Mexico. I lived in Mexico, I mean California. The part of Mexico that I lived in, and I mean California, y'all called Mexicans out their face. Immigrant, this, that, and the third, and all kinds of names. Meanwhile, California should be renamed Mexico. It's full of Mexicans. Rename it back to Mexico. No, you know what? Don't rename it. Give it back to Mexico. Give it back, Gavin Newsom. Anywho, I wish California would separate from the union, the state, the 13. How many states do we have? 51, 52, 50, 50? 50 states? 50, right? Hawaii and Alaska makes 50. I wish they would separate and become their own island. That way they can just let Mexico come back and forth. That's not the point. The point that I'm trying to make is Mexicans are saying, get the fuck out. I love it. I love it. Let me show y'all some videos. Wait, what happened, Vivica? Yes, I was born and raised in California, Long Beach. You were raised in Mexico. Kidding. I'm kidding. MTG is calling for a split up of the states. What's MTG? Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, okay. Sometimes I don't think it's... Okay. We're going to split from you. Okay. We don't mind. We do not mind. All right. Vivica, are you still in California? I never know where anybody is anymore with all this Zoom. Oh, no. Oh, oh, my videos didn't... Fuck. Oh, thank you. Oh. People are still finding out Tony passed. People, oh, thank you. I love my sissy poo. People are still just finding out. I'm posting like at least once a week because people are just, not everybody comes on at the same time. I'm just not in the mood 6 months later to be like, oh, I didn't know your sister died. I'm telling you all. Slowly. She passed. I love Sissy Pooh. I feel like I had a dream about her, but now I can't remember it, so it doesn't matter. Let me see if I got these videos up. I thought I posted all of them. All right, let me do it again, guys.
Mexico about a year ago, and people have been asking a lot about the cost of living.
I really think this kind of content is extremely harmful to the locals in Mexico. I also find the irony that when palm-colored folks move to Mexico, they call themselves expats, but when Mexicans move to the United States, they are labeled as immigrants and refugees, and they're not given the respect that they deserve because they're contributing to society by working in jobs that Americans do not want, and they're paying taxes. And it's funny that her video addresses the cost of living when in many of her videos she's being asked whether or not she's paying local taxes, because the reality is if you move to a community where you're not contributing to the local economy or local society by paying taxes, you are absorbing local resources at the detriment of those who are native to that community. And also, yes, it may be cheaper to live in Mexico than Vancouver, but imagine what will happen when you keep inviting non-natives to move to Mexico. What will happen to the cost of living? We already see that happening in Hawaii. We already see that happening in parts of Mexico where people are being priced out of their native lands by non-locals. If it's expensive to live in Vancouver in America because the cost of living is rising everywhere, what will happen when you price them out of their own community? Where will they go?
Boom. Boom. Exactly my point. Boom. Let's see. I think this is everything. Watch this guy. This guy's hilarious to me. Nothing's funny, but this is hilarious.
Blame Trump for this treatment, is what they told me. I've been in Cabo San Lucas for the past 48 hours for a celebration for graduating from medical school. And me and my brothers were kidnapped, robbed, and beat, and thrown in cages, held captive for 16 hours. Our jewelry stole. No more necklace. Cash stole out our pockets. And the result of this, my eyes swollen shut. I'm pretty sure it's fractured. This eye can barely see out of. But I think I'm safe now because I'm in the airport, about to fly back to LA for immediate care. Please, everybody, pray for me. And this is your warning to not go to Cabo San Lucas and stay clear far away. Blame Trump is what they say. Stupid Negro, stupid Negro. Blame Trump for this treatment is what they told me. Stay away from Cabo San Lucas.
Well, it wasn't a black thing. They were calling him stupid black, but they weren't calling him, it wasn't racist. They were just saying there's a bigger problem here. And I think that the Mexican community is giving back what we Americans have always given them. I lived in California. Y'all are not nice people, Americans. And y'all think that Mexicans or any other country that comes through Mexico, they're not all Mexicans, are there just to clean your houses. That's bullshit. They're one of the most growing, educated people coming through California. I can't speak for Texas, but I met many college grads, in college, educated Latinx people. And y'all insist upon treating them like shit because that's what y'all are used to. So that wasn't racist. They were just saying blame Trump, black man, blame Trump. Okay. They right. Mhm. Oh well. But do pray for him because, of course, I want him to heal, fracture around his eye. I get it. He wasn't over there, I would hope, not acting like a sloppy American. But you can't always tell with black folks because black Americans can't even go on a fucking cruise right now. They about to cancel. Blacks be doing too much. We can't have a simple party event on a cruise. Be like, hey, oh, without a chair being thrown, without a punch. There was one cruise that fucking had to turn around because of a brawl. Black folks be doing too much. I mean, I could speak on my own people, but I don't even need to speak on my own people. Y'all are showing people who you are. Why we can't listen, black folks. So he probably got his ass beat because he was over in Mexico showing his black ass. And they were like, oh, negro. Wait. And came back to kick his ass. I'm not saying that's what happened. Pray for him because, of course, he should be healed. I can't imagine all that kind of pain. He graduated from acting school. He just wanted to celebrate. I'm just, maybe I'm the wrong one. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the bitch. Oh my God. All right. Let's see.
Did y'all know they over in Mexico tearing white people's asses up right now? If you don't believe me, you can go look it up. But the Mexicans that are in Mexico are literally coming after people who are claiming to be nomads. You know, all those boomers who have now retired and are looking for a cheaper place to live with their retirement. They decided to go to Mexico and try to gentrify Mexico. And they said, no, sir, no, ma'am. The Mexican people are going through their cities where they've built all these places of shops and restaurants, and they are breaking everything. They are blaming this boomer generation and these digital nomads for the reasons why the price of living is going up. They said that over the last 5 years, just rent alone has gone up 43% because of them. They said that because of them, they are now having to choose between groceries, rent, and electricity. And they didn't waste no time telling them, get the fuck out. They even said they was coming on their beaches telling them that their mariachi bands can't play their music. The nerve. That's a cultural thing that's been going on there forever. Why would you think you get to go to someone else's country and tell them what to do? There was even one of the protesters who was quoted stating, this is how colonialism works, and we're going to put a stop to it before it ever even happens, honey. And they don't look like they're joking around, busting windows straight out, honey.
Pass the potatoes. Pass the potatoes. Pass me that. I feel like Celia in the color purple. I am so proud of Mexicans right now. Not right now. I'm not saying like I wasn't proud of them. I don't have time for it. What is this, that, da, da, da. I'm proud right now of Mexicans. Break down their shit. Break it down. How dare they? And they're talking about boomers. They're talking about people in my age bracket. Those bastards. One of the ugliest generations you will ever come across are the boomers. Racist and ugly. And I'm not talking about just white folks either. Don't get me started. One of the ugliest generations ever to be born are the motherfucking boomers. Real disgusting. Not me, of course. I'm too spiritual. Not me. I might be a boomer, but don't include me with them bastards.
Americans who live in Mexico do have tax obligations to this country, regardless of whether their income comes from the U.S. If you spend 183 days or more in Mexico, you are considered a tax resident. This does not have to be 183 consecutive days. Okay, so if you fly into Mexico on a visitor visa with your little lappy toppies and you're working as a digital nomad and you think that because you make dollars in the US and you're not making your income from Mexico, you're not obligated to pay Mexican taxes, you are wrong. So for all the expats from the US living in Mexico, you actually have tax obligations to both countries. You would be surprised how many Americans, expats, whatever we're calling them, I have personally met that came down here on vacation, fell in love with the place, and just stayed. And they built their lives in the same fashion with working, you know, US-based jobs, collecting their dollars, renting out the beachfront properties. And in fact, a lot of those people are actually content creators on this app that encourage people and teach them how to do the same thing. Because one thing I have not seen from any of those content creators is a tutorial of how to legally migrate to Mexico, how they pay their taxes, or any of that shit. Ever. I've never seen one of those content creators talk about paying taxes in Mexico. You know why? Because they probably don't pay them. So yes, you are supposed to file an annual tax return with the Mexican IRS, which is referred to as the SAT, if you live in Mexico. It doesn't matter if your income doesn't come from Mexico. You do have tax obligations to this country if you are living here, regardless of your immigration status. Google is free.
Hold on a second. Oh. Oh. Okay. So, hold on a second. All right. I still don't know what this means. All right. Still don't know what it means. All right. Display. Oh, let me say, I'm sure you guys are saying something. They accused the Mexicans, KF, coming here and doing the same thing. Everything is projection with them. So they move into Mexico, squatting tax-free. Yes. Colonizers are gonna colonize. Clear people will F anything up. Yes, they will. Hi, Carlito. Good afternoon, Tracy and everyone. Hi, Carlito. Hi, Steven. That's crazy. Okay, did I get Ashe to your dear sister? Oh, thank you, Enoch. Now a beautiful ancestor. She is. Oh, you moved to Indiana. Got it. Got it. Adios, hillbillies. Adios, hillbillies. Thank you, Vivica. Vivica's Tracy. I know your humor. I'm fucking funny. I try to be very fucking funny. Um, let's play this one. Oh, this one.
There's protests all over Mexico right now where locals are protesting what they call gringo gentrification, saying Americans are pricing them out of their own neighborhoods. So in the past 5 years, Mexico has seen a huge influx of Americans and other foreigners moving there due to the low cost of living, while they still work remotely in the US, making US dollars but spending Mexican pesos. This has caused rent prices to skyrocket in trendy areas, and landlords prefer having foreign tenants or Airbnbs instead of renting to local Mexicans. So many Mexicans, especially the younger generations, are being displaced or evicted from the neighborhoods they grew up in. So a lot of people are mad because wages in Mexico haven't increased, but rent has doubled or tripled in many areas. And a lot of foreigners sometimes disrespect local traditions or treat the city like a cheap vacation spot.
I would like the American police right here, right now. Go Canada! Go Canada, please, man! Serious!
Did he say he would like the American police? American police. Did he say, I would like the American police right here, right now? Oh my God. California, Arizona, Texas, Nevada really don't belong to the United States. Yeah, I read somewhere, I don't know which state it was, but I read somewhere that America just took it. Just took it. Didn't even have like a negotiation with Mexico. Just took, I don't know if it was Arizona. They just took it. Too funny. All right. I was going to do a reading on Cardi B, but the videos are taking up too much time, which I really don't care.
These protesters in Mexico City say cross-border migration is changing their country's capital for the worse. Over the last decade, an influx of mostly American so-called digital nomads have moved here to work remotely and also enjoy a cheaper cost of living. Protesters say the newcomers have driven up rents beyond the reach of locals.
If they're going to live in a country, they have to contribute to that country. The first and simplest issue is legal migration. They come here with visas or no visas, and still the change in purchasing power generates these problems of gentrification and displacement.
I'm here because gentrification is just one more step towards colonization, dispossession, and the exploitation of our resources. Right now it's about the people, but it won't be long before they run out of oil, water, or lithium in other countries and come and take them from us.
Many Americans in Mexico are able to still receive high salaries in dollars from U.S. companies by working on laptops from their apartments.
The government is directing its public policies towards people with higher purchasing power, often illegally displacing local populations who have lived in these neighborhoods for 40, 50, and we have even documented cases of up to 60 years. In 5 years, rents have increased by 47%. This is violent for the local population. We are debating whether to pay for electricity, water, or food. Of course, we choose to eat.
Some activists blame Mexico's government for encouraging them. However, there's no simple fix. Imposing tougher visa restrictions on Americans could worsen relations with the U.S. Mexican citizens in the U.S. also send billions of dollars in remittances back to their families in Mexico. In a world where travel and communication are faster and easier than ever, these two nations are finding it harder to have neighborly relations.
So what are we saying? Oh, oh yes. See, you guys only watch CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News, and ABC and CBS, so on and so forth, right? So they neglect to show you what's actually happening in Mexico, but Anton from AntonDaniels.com is definitely going to continue to have the conversation on what is happening in Mexico, specifically in this instance, Mexico City. They don't want Americans there, and they saying take your punk ass dollars and go back to where you came from, because we don't want you bringing your spending power and gentrifying what we got going over here in Mexico. They don't want you there, even though you come over here and you send a whole bunch of money back to Mexico.
I love it. I love it. I love a good protest. I love a fair fight. I love it when selfish, inconsiderate people think that they are the shits and they are not the shits. So y'all need to stop acting like y'all are the shits and you know who y'all are. Did I put up all the videos? Let me see this one.
Y'all, ooh, have you seen what's going down in Mexico right now? Because, baby, it is wild. So apparently a bunch of American retirees and digital nomads thought they could just pack up, move to Mexico for that cheap cost of living, and live their little best life. You know, sip margaritas, open up trendy cafes, rent Airbnbs all cute and cozy. Well, Mexico said absolutely not. The locals are furious because rent has gone up 43% in just 5 years, and they're blaming these nomads and boomers for gentrifying their neighborhoods. People are literally having to choose between paying rent, buying groceries, or keeping the lights on. And instead of sitting quiet, the Mexican people are in the streets, smashing windows, shutting down tourist shops, and straight up telling folks to get out. Oh, and get this, some foreigners were even trying to stop mariachi bands from playing on the beach. Like, you moved to Mexico and you're trying to ban mariachi music? That's not just tone deaf. That's cultural disrespect at its finest. One protester said, "This is how colonialism starts and we're gonna stop it before it happens." And from the way they're moving, honey, they're not playing games.
That's the one thing I don't do is watch American news, right? You really shouldn't. Um, Try to watch, I like Sky News. I like to watch the news in other countries and they tell the truth and what was going on, especially when they were trying to show us support because we had the type of American leader. They felt so bad for us. That's right. Get the That's what I heard. Entitled and delusional. You're delusional. But you know what? I'm glad to be in an era to watch people fight back. I always talk to God, right? And I always like, and I always am like, why am I here right now, God? Like, why today? Why a boomer, right? Why wasn't I younger? Why wasn't uh I don't know. I don't know. I always ask God. And I realize this is the best time. Today is the best time. My mama once said, I'll never see a black president in my lifetime. And she got to see a black president in her lifetime. I said, when are people gonna fight back in my lifetime? And not in a Martin Luther King kind of way, God bless Martin Luther King, but Martin Luther King was about to pair up with Malcolm X and cut some shit up. And that's why he passed. So I always said, when am I going to see people fight back? Like literally fight back. When is colonialism not going to win? I'm trying to get your comment off. Hi, BBB. When is colonialism not going to win? When are people not going to be afraid to fight? I feel like I'm watching other countries quite fight faster than Americans, but I feel like I'm in an era that's actually perfect for me. It's perfect for me. At least I'm getting the satisfaction of knowing that you can't enter 6D without auto-correcting history. And so I'm watching cultures auto-correct their history. Hawaii, wake up. Time. It's time, Hawaii. Wake up. I was talking to a woman today, Jamaica. She was so funny. I was like, there's about to be a revolution in Jamaica. And she's like, girl, there's always a revolution in Jamaica. So funny. She was funny. What other cultures? This colonialism thing has been going on for so long that internationally we believed that they had power. You know what they had? They had guns. That's what they had. And I'm glad to be in an era where other countries are now starting to have some fear, right? France. And starting to recognize, man, maybe we were bastards. No, 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 no. You all were born ugly, entitled ugly. And if we would have did this during apartheid, when Africa was like, what the fuck is this? If we would have did it then, all of us would be living in a better world. But instead, we watched South Africa. We watched South Africa submit, supposedly, and bring on, was it not Desmond Tutu? What's his name? Mandela, who, I don't want to put Mandela down, but he never really ruled the country. I don't want to put him down because maybe y'all don't know this, or maybe there's something about Mandela I'm not addressing very well. He never ruled the country. The vice president, who stayed the vice president, if I'm not mistaken, the whole time Mandela was there, ruled the country. Oh my God. It's too much education. But I think if other countries would have followed suit at the time that South Africa was complaining, you all were suffering the same way. But did you know it? At the time, your boomer aunts, your boomer parents, right? Right after the 60s, the people were too tired to fight. They were like, peace and love, like bullshit. Racism was still the undercurrent of America. Peace and love my ass, you 70s. That's why I don't like the 70s. Peace and love, peace and love. The 70s was as dirty as the UK was when they used to throw shit out the window. Am I talking in advance too much? Is this too heavy for some of you all in the middle of the afternoon? All right, I got a reading to do. So I will read on Cardi B tonight. I will do my research and I will see if people are actually streaming her album, because nobody buys album, Cardi B. The fuck out of here. You're borrowing from your label to live, but you're broke. Okay, I'm not going to get into it right now. And I'm going to come more serene and less mad. The only thing I'm mad about with Cardi, can I tell you why I'm mad with Cardi? Because I don't like the fact that she called that security guard a nigger. I don't like that. I like Cardi. There's a technicality. I fucking like Cardi. But I will not stand for you calling a black woman a nigger. The fuck is wrong with you? So I can't like you on principle. That really upsets me. Damn. All right, I'm done. I will do my research on Cardi and her album today and see how Am I the Drama? It's a stupid title for. Okay, let me stop. I can't stop. I gotta do better. I will not come angry. Make a promise, Tracy. Make a promise. I can't make a promise. I won't do it. I cannot make a promise. I'm going to show up tonight, and that's the best. That's the best I can offer you. I love it. People are starting to see through the BS, and they are fighting back and showing up. Right. I only watch independent media. You're smart. Ah, on the beach. You should see in Jamaica. You can't. Jamaica. Jamaica has a city beach that they say only the locals can go on. There's a revolution coming in Jamaica. That's the one thing I do is watch American news. Okay, I did read that. That's what I heard. Okay, I think I got everything out the way. Let me see. Enoch, what did you say? Colonizers gonna colonize. Yeah, that's all they know. All right. I love your passion. Oh, right, Cheryl. It's all passion. I love you guys. Hi, growth. I don't know what you mean by this, but thank you. All right, I gotta go. No, I really have to go. Bye, guys. Oh, by the way, I have a reading. That's why I have to go. Oh, I never put my banner up. God damn it. I was warned. Let me put up right now. Anyway, but I was talking about Mexico. I didn't talk about Cardi yet. So she can't throw anything at me. I was going to say something. Oh, if you want a reading with me, that's the only reason why I have to go right now. It's because I have a reading at 3 o'clock Eastern. I'm available, 213-458-7408. I'm not here just for your entertainment. I'm a fucking good psychic. Okay. Love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare. She can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.